welcome back. But I don't know, I think today was a really like odd day, and I just feel like everyone's gotta know. So this is the microphone for the day. It's the Dream Bright perfume from Bath & Body Works. I got it, I want to say like 3 years ago. I was hosting a 7th grade birthday party, and I was gifted this. So it's the Dream Bright. The lid is broken, and I threw it away a long time ago, like way more than a year ago. And it was just because it's like, yeah. And so I can't put it in my backpack because I'm afraid it's gonna leak. So I just, yeah. So this is a perfume for the day. Also, I was gifted it in a set. So like the set came with like the body wash, and that is the best smelling body wash I have ever smelled in my life. Like, it smells so good. Too bad I finished it and they discontinued it, because this is, like I said, this is 3 years old. So like it has filled this much. As you can see, like the scent of this thing, I mean, it smells good. It smells like winter though, and the problem is that California is just always summer. This is, what are the notes? The notes, see, even like it's all kind of scratched up. But the notes say sapphire berries, night blooming orchid, and crystallized vanilla. It smells like vanilla, and I wear vanilla scents. My go-to perfume, I have it here. It's Bare Vanilla, such a classic. I feel like it's such like a basic little thing. Everyone loves Bare Vanilla. If anyone ever asks you for a perfume, I can give them Bare Vanilla, and I could watch like their faces smile up, because like Bare Vanilla, like who is not chasing for Bare Vanilla? But anyways, I have a story. So basically today, back to my microphone, today, it smells so strong. I sprayed it, and I think it's because my wrist is up to my face, because the nozzle's not even pointed towards me, but I smell it. But today I was at school, and I feel like, I don't know how to explain it, and I remember I was watching Trisha Paytas say, and it's a very popular clip, it's like her saying that like, I think there is something like wrong with me, maybe I'll include it, and it's like this, and I understood that, like I understood, like I get where she's coming from, and I resonated with that. But I feel like, I don't know how to explain it. No, actually I do know how to explain it, but I never like had a best friend, and that sounds pretty sad. In my 16 years of living, I've never had like a go-to person by definition, if that makes sense. Like, I've never like had someone who I like really, how do I explain it, put it into words, someone who I really thought as a sister. Like, there's times where I did think like, oh, this person's my sister, but then when looking back at it now, it's like I've never like really had a best friend where it's like I'm on nickname basis with their siblings, or like they're like, they know my parents and my parents love them like that much. Like, I've never had that, and I think it's sad like looking back at it. But I mean, once you've lived it and it's become your life, it's not like, I don't know, it becomes less like a problem, if that makes sense. But anyways, that's like a little preface, because I think that's important to know for the story, because I've never really had a best friend. And if I were to tell you a list of all of my people who I consider close friends over the years, I've been in an insane amount of trios, and anyone who knows, trios never work. Like, they don't work, and I don't know why. Why are we forcing them to work? I'm not a forcer. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, it's the last thing I want to do. Like, I can't force people. I can't. I feel like it gives me so much like stress in my head. It's like, why do I have to force you to be something that I want? And in the same way, you have to look at it and be like, why would I want someone to change me to perfect them? So I think I don't like forcing people to be people. So I'm not gonna force a trio, and I'm not gonna force friendship because that's dumb. I don't want to make people. I don't know. I'm sorry. Last week, I was kind of like in a trio, I guess, and that's where I've kind of been for the last couple months. And the last 2 weeks, I don't know, like they've been really hard for me. Not like hard for me, like really hard for me, but like just hard for me in general because it's like I don't know, I started thinking a little more, and that's when that reality kind of hit me. Like, I don't have a best friend, and that's kind of sad when you think about it, because it's like I would love to have one. Like, I don't know, I would love to, but I just want, like, before I turn 18, I hope that I get like not a little, like a best friend that I can be myself around, if that makes sense. But the last few weeks, I kind of like came to that realization that I don't have one. And I was in a trio, and they were each other's best friends. And everyone knows, like, trios, like, there's always going to be two people who are close to each other. And I don't know how much of explaining can be the truth, because that is true. Like, if you're in a group of people, there's going to be people who are just closer to others. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like that, I feel like that's science. Like, everyone is like closer to each other. The glare. Okay, that's better. But everyone's just closer to each other, and it's like, I don't know. That's why cheers don't work. Because two people are always gonna be closer. Always. Like, that's just, I feel like it's just science. Like, I can't force that enough. So I don't know. I just realized, like, they are a lot closer than I am, and they are like sisters to each other, and they're always posting these stories and all these times that they hang out, and they're always telling me these stories. And I don't know, like, I've never gotten an invite in the last few weeks or anything like that. And it's like, I really, like, when I was in 7th grade, I came across the concept of a school friend, and that's when I realized, like, all of my friends at that time were just school friends. Like, I really didn't have a best friend. That I suppressed that thought because over the last few years, since 7th grade, because you don't know, I'm a sophomore in high school, but the last few years, I just, oh, there's something in my eye. Over the last few years, I suppressed thought because, like, I've had a lot of friendships. Like, I was part of a big friend group, and it's the story for another day. But the thought hasn't really came back to me until the last 2 weeks, and it's a really sad thought when you think about it. But I try not to dwell on, like, the horrible things, because it's like, what's the need? Like, why do I need to do that? There's so many other things in the world that I could be thinking about, so why would I need to think about that particular sad thought? So, I realized that I was like these two girls outside, or school friend, and it's like, ew, I don't want to be anyone's. Well, I do, obviously. I have a lot of people who I would probably only hang out with in school, and it can get lonely when that's the truth. Like, no one who I really have like deep connections with. There's people who I laugh with and I talk to every day and on my periods. I'm not alone. No, I'm not like lonely so much so, because I have a lot of people who I talk to in school and in classes, but that's really as far as it gets. Like, I don't have anyone who I really talk to outside of that, and I enjoy talking to, and I just, like, we can have a 5-hour conversation about whatever, and we could go to, like, get something to eat or something, but that's not the case because I don't have that. It's okay because I've got myself, and I've got myself for the last few years. But where was I going with this? So the last 2 weeks, I've kind of had that realization, and like I said, I don't want to be anyone's, like, just, especially because I consider these people my close friends, and if they can only consider me as, like, a school friend, then it's like, I'm not really your best friend. Anyways, so I play flag football, and this Friday we had, like, this little tournament in school, and I invited them to come. I was like, you guys should come. Because it's a big event for me, and I just, like, it's, like, fun. Like, I love playing flag, and this is really, like, the start of, like, my whole flag football playing career. But I don't know. So anyways, I invited them to come play with me. Not play, come watch me play. And you know what they said? Do you know what they said? Oh my gosh, do you know what they said? They were like, no, we'd rather go to the pool. Which, I mean, no one's saying, like, I guess, but, like, you guys, I consider you guys my closest friends, and you know it. So why would you, why? And so I came to the realization, if one of them had been playing flag, right, then the other would come. So why is it different if it's me? And I realized, like, these people don't really, like, respect me like that. And so and then I jumped in. So yeah, no. And then I left them, because it's like, I value respect so much, and I value myself so much, that it's like, if I feel disrespected, I'm going to leave so quick. And it's like, I had to do what I had to do, you know? Like, don't get mad at me, because I had to do what I had to do. You would do it too for a check. So, but anyways, so yeah, that was over the weekend. I just kind of dwelled on it for a little bit, and I guess I've always been opposed to, like, the fact of, like, just being alone. Like, I've always been like, that's a weird thing to do. Why don't you have friends? And now that I've experienced it for a little bit, I realized that it's not really about that, and it's more so about, like, I don't have close friends. But I was thinking about it over the weekend, like, the thought of just sitting and being alone, and having, like, going to school alone, and eating lunch alone, and going to snack alone. And I was, before, like, if you'd asked me, like, a year ago, that's, like, a weird thing to do. Like, only weirdos do that. I'm sorry, I'm not a weirdo. But now that I've really done it, like, even over the weekend, I kind of wasn't so opposed to it. I didn't really have a feeling, and I actually started to, like, kind of romanticize it, and to the point where it's like, I was looking forward to it. And now that I've been alone for, like, lunch or snack and stuff, and just sitting and being alone, it's not a big thing. It's not. It's a really peaceful time, actually, because you could just be by yourself and collect your own thoughts, and you don't have someone, like, nagging you and telling you all about your problems, and, like, bombarding you with, like, oh, and he said this, and sure, that is fun. Like, as someone who's experienced that, it is fun to hear people's stories and spend time at lunch with people, and I would prefer that over just being alone. But being alone is not a bad thing. Like, I think that it's so looked down upon, but it's really not a bad thing. Like, I don't know, but obviously still I would prefer it to be with people, because it's like, humans are meant to be social, and I'm a social being. Like I said, I still have a lot of friends in school, but those I kind of consider school friends, and I would love to, like, explore little connections more, but I don't force these things. So I'm not, like, no, I'm not gonna force myself to hang out with people, and I'm not gonna force people to hang out with me. I'll let it come naturally, and I don't mind being alone, because I was always afraid, like, people are watching me. Like, people are gonna be watching me. They're gonna be like, who is the girl sitting all alone? But once you start to, like, build a higher self-value, like, it's not a big deal. It's really not, because you don't think that about yourself. It's like, I would think that people would be like, oh, look at her, she's a freak sitting all by herself. but no one notices. And it doesn't sound so rough, but like no one notices. Like, I'm sorry, no one notices. It's like a, obviously if you know that person, then yeah, you might notice, but you're not drawing attention to yourself. You're just sitting there by yourself, and that's not a big thing. Like, no one notices. And it's like, I don't know. Like, obviously it'd be nice if someone would notice, someone who I knew, be like, hey, come sit with us. But like, I'm not gonna force it to happen, and it's not like I hate being alone. So I don't know, like, that's, no one notices. I don't know. But that's kind of my little rant. Like, I think that it should be normalized, because I'm not lonely. Yes, I'm alone, like, physically, because there's not people around me, but I'm not lonely. I don't feel lonely. I just feel solo. I don't know how to explain it. Solo is not a bad thing. It's the truth. Like, you're solo. I don't have anyone who I can call my close friends, but I'm just riding solo, and I'm okay with that because I enjoy it. I think that it's a pretty fun thing to do, and you would too if you experienced it. So it's my little rant for today, and if you enjoyed, thank you for watching. But yeah, just like, if there's anything you could take away, is that definitely, like, being alone is not a bad thing. Like, that's the only thing that I have to, like, I wish it was more normalized, because it's so looked down upon, but it's really not a bad thing. And I think everyone should try it, because it's a really peaceful time, you know? It's like, I don't know, so